You guys have modeled a perfectly godly marriage. Since I've been here at Grand Avenue, I've not seen nothing but love between you two. And so with that, have you ever wondered what February 13th, 1959, 60 years adds up to? I'm glad you asked. 21,900 days, 525,600 hours, 2 children, and 5 grandchildren. So it's entitled, Love Isn't Perfect. It isn't a fairy tale, it isn't a story, and it doesn't always come easy. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on and never letting go. It is a short word, easy to spell, difficult to define, and impossible to live without. Love is work, but most of all, love is realizing that every hour, every minute, and every second of it was worth it because you did it together. To love and laughter and happily ever after, to Mr. Ken and Mrs. Pat.
Well, I'm also pleased, I'm Marcia Lincoln, and I'm also pleased to say a few words about Pat and Ken. I do remember when they first came to Grand Avenue Baptist Church. Was that about 28 years ago? How long ago?
What's 1991?
28, all right. So about 28 years ago, and we figured out real quickly that they're from Tennessee because they talk kind of funny. And it was really kind of cute, and they said a lot of bless your hearts. And so I think that sometimes Southerners use bless your heart as a way to say something a little bit snotty, but still sound genteel about it. But I really think that, like saying, that little boy doesn't have sense enough to come in out of the rain, bless his heart, like that. But I really think that when Pat says, bless your heart or bless his heart, she means to offer sympathy and blessing to you. I remember the first time she used that on me, I was telling her how exasperated I was. Kaylee was a preschooler, and I was watching Joseph Owens doing daycare at home, and I told her the story of when they had gotten a blanket full of bark dust and flushed it down the toilet and came and told me that there was wood floating in the hallway. And I was telling her the story, and she just smiled so sweetly and gave me a hug and said, well, bless their hearts, which wasn't what I was thinking at all. Ken and Pat were 2 of my daughter's Sunday school teachers. They taught preschool, Sunday school. They were the staple over in the preschool building for many years. And I can remember Danae and Kaylee just didn't really want to graduate out of their Sunday school class. They loved it so much. I also remember when Danae was in there at first, all the students all called Pat Miss Pat. And Pat always referred to Ken as Brother Ken. And one day, he was on a business trip, and Danae came into the Sunday school class and said, good morning, Miss Pat, where's your brother? And I thought that was awful cute. No one can miss their affection for each other. I remember one of our first church picnics that Ken came with a sweatshirt that had Pat's face on the front. And it was one of those darling pictures of when she had long hair maybe and a hat on. I can't remember now, but I just thought, oh gosh, he loves her. And then I remember Pat telling me a story. They had us over for dinner one night. And I can't remember if I saw their computer screen, but it was like the traffic cam was up on the computer screen, and I said, you're watching the traffic on I-5? And she said, well, Ken's commuting to work on on I-5. He has to go so early in the morning. I kind of worry about him. And so I watch him on the traffic cam. And when he goes through where the camera is, he flashes his taillight 3 times, which means I love you. And then he goes on to work. I just thought, oh my goodness. So I would just say these two are so sweet on each other that just standing near them can give you cavities. So happy anniversary, you lovebirds. Bless your heart.